part 3. So we did a little bit of lower back and shoulder stuff in one of the earlier classes, but we'll do some different kind of lower back and shoulders stretching here, maybe a little hamstring work and stuff. So let's go ahead and come down to the mat and come onto hands and knees, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. We're going to do some more cat-cows, but we're going to add a little flow to this. So we'll inhale, arch the back, pull the shoulders back, pull the tailbone up, and then pull your tummy in. Exhale to round, chin to chest, separate the shoulder blades, tuck the tailbone. And then we're going to go ahead and push down into that child's pose, and we're going to smooth all this out. So inhaling as we arch it up, exhaling as we round it back down. And go ahead and find your flow with this, breathing with it, exploring the range of motion in your spine. I like to add a little movement up to the side, and then when I round down, rounding down to the other side, just kind of creating a little more dynamic here, a little more stretching in the hips. And if you do that, make sure you switch sides so you're doing it on both sides. And then go ahead and settle back into your child's pose. Let your forehead find the floor again. Let your arms slide forward. And this time we're going to take our arms and we're going to bring them behind the back and just let them relax here. This is a really good pose for lower back relief. Just laying here, breathing, relaxing, taking deep breaths in all the way down into your tailbone. And exhaling it out. And deep breath in. And exhale. And with each exhale, you can find a little more length in that child's pose and that spine. Let's go ahead and inhale. As soon as you exhale, go ahead and round yourself up until you're seated in this kneeling position. So from here, we're going to go ahead, stay in this kneeling position. If this isn't a good position for you, of course, you can always switch to something that's better. We're going to reach hands behind, inhale, and then exhale, pull your arms down, pulling your shoulders together and opening the chest. Inhale and exhale. So I'm just grabbing one hand with the other, but you can also clasp your hands to pull down, whichever feels better for you. And then you can stay here, or if you have more open shoulders and this feels right to you, you can inhale and then exhale. Fold forward and let your forehead find the floor. Let your arms just kind of come up, just to wherever they go, stretching through the shoulders. If this does not feel good for you, then go ahead, come back up into that seated position, stretching through the shoulders. And let's inhale. Exhale, drop the arms first. Roll yourself back up. And let's go ahead and sit in this type of position. So there's, if legs crossed works for you, sit here. If not, find a position that does. If this is hard for you, using a block can be really helpful. Just put the block right under your butt. And this gives you a little length and kind of helps not compress through the lower back if you have a lot of flexibility issues there. And then other options here, you can, if you are more hip open, put one leg on top of the other, coming into a half lotus. If you're very hip open, you can grab the other foot and put it up and come into a full lotus. Another option here for people who have a lot of hip opening, I cannot do it, but I can kind of show you. You put one foot on top of the other knee and then fold this one down so this knee is on top of this ankle. That's a really good position for people who have a lot of hip flexibility. And so we're going to just come nice and tall first into this position. We're going to inhale and then exhale. Let your chest lead as you fold forward. So it's like your belly is coming down into your legs. If you find you need to adjust your position here and find a different one, then please do. And you can just let yourself relax and round. You can let your head drop here as long as you have that length as you come forward. Once you get there, you can just kind of relax. You should be feeling this in your lower back, but mostly in your top hip and glute. And let's inhale and then exhale and come on back up. We're going to take the same arm as the top leg and place it behind. Press into the floor so you're nice and tall. Take your other arm, put it on that knee. Inhale, exhale, twist, look over your shoulder. Imagine you're a corkscrew, so you're getting taller as you twist. And then come on back to the center. Let's open the legs up and come into a butterfly position here. So now again, you can sit on a block if this is a tough position for you. This isn't an easy position for me. So if this is really hard, bringing your feet forward a little bit will make it a little easier for you to sit up straight. Bringing your feet in closer is going to make this more intense. So depending on where you are in your flexibility here. And we're going to sit nice and tall again. I hold on to my feet here because I have very little flexibility, and this is going to actually help me keep my form, because what I want to do here is as I come forward, I don't want to just round down like this, right? I want to be folding forward with my spine straight. So as you can see, I don't go very far. If I wasn't holding on to my legs, my feet here, then I'm back here and my spine is starting to round. So if you are more flexible than me, you are just going to walk yourself forward and fold forward. But again, chest is lifted as you come forward, keeping that straight spine. I actually use my elbows to kind of push my knees towards the floor and open those thighs a little bit. Again, if you're more flexible, just relax yourself down. If you get your forehead on the floor, whatever works for you. But what I don't want you to do is that. That's not doing any good for anyone. Let's inhale and exhale and come back up to center. Hopefully you remember which leg was in front or was on top the first side, because we're going to switch now. So the other one is either in front if you're doing cross leg or on top. And if it's on top, the other foot is coming up if you did the lotus. So again, nice and tall, inhale, exhale, chin lifts, chest leaves. I'm really creating length in my spine as I come down. And then once I'm here, now it's okay in this position to let the head relax. If your head's on the floor, that's great, let it be. Deep breath. Now we're breathing into this hip. One more breath. And then we're going to inhale and exhale. And go ahead and walk yourself back up. We're going to take the same hand as the top leg, put it behind us, press into the floor to give us that straightening through the spine, that length through the spine. We're going to take our other hand on the knee, inhale, exhale, and twist. Remember, you're getting taller as you twist, corkscrewing up. Good, inhale. And exhale back to center. Good. Let's go ahead and open the legs into a straddle. This doesn't have to be a super crazy wide straddle. I would prefer you to be sitting in a straddle where you can sit up nice and tall. You can, again, sit on a block if that helps. You might have a little balancing there under your sits bones, but it might be helpful. So this can be a very difficult position for a lot of people. So even sitting with your legs in a straddle and sitting up straight can be hard for many people. So if that's where you are, just sit there and try to breathe and just try to be there. If you are more flexible, try to kind of tilt your pelvis forward so that you're sitting on kind of the front of your sits bones. So instead of leaning way back here, I'm really kind of tilting under. My weight is forward. That's going to help give me a little more opening in here. Hard place to open. So we're going to put our left hand in the center. We're going to inhale the right arm up and then exhale over to the side. So I'm doing like a side stretch. I'm going to use my elbow here to help me turn my chest up towards the ceiling. So chest is trying to point up. If you are more flexible and you want to reach down and grab your foot and push through while still rotating your chest, you can. But as long as you're feeling the stretch through here, that's really all that matters. So you don't have to reach for your foot, but you can if you want to, and you're able. Let's inhale back up. We're going to switch, so this hand is in the center, and exhale to this side. Same thing, I'm going to use this elbow to help twist my torso up towards the ceiling. Really trying to feel this in my side again. If you want to reach down, push through, you can. But do what makes the most effective stretch for you. It's more effective for me to be like this than it is for me to reach for my toe. Let's inhale back up. And now we're going to turn, so we're kind of facing over this leg. And now, just like before, I want you to stay chest lifted nice and tall. So we're not trying to bring like our nose to our knee. We're trying to bring our nose to our toes. So you're going to inhale and you're going to exhale and you're going to try to fold forward, flat back. So for you, that might mean you're just here. That's fine. Or even here. That's fine. Wherever you are, you're going to try to keep that straightness through your spine. If you can come all the way down, try to reach for the outside of your foot and just let yourself fold down. And then inhale back up. Turn over the other side, exhale that way, straight spine, chest lifted, coming forward. You might find that one side is more flexible than the other. I have a huge difference, as you might see, between my left and my right here. Why is that? Likely because of injuries that we have accrued over the years and how we've been compensating, and all sorts of things that our bodies do. Let's inhale here, and then exhale, coming back up to center. Now we're gonna put our hands right in the center. And I want you to try to just kind of make little circles around like this, but keeping your spine straight. So if you're very inflexible, then you might just be still trying to survive like this. When I first started doing these sort of things, I could not even sit in this position. And my theater directors, Tess and Dennis, would make people come and push on my back and try to push me forward, and it was excruciating. I don't recommend doing that. That is not the best way to increase your flexibility, but you know, what do they know? So after a few of those, we're gonna come back center. We're gonna inhale, hands are in the front. We're gonna exhale, chest lifts, shoulders pull back. If this is where you are, stay here and breathe. If you have more flexibility here and you wanna walk forward, flat back, you can. So this is another pose where we don't want to just drop the head down and round. We want to stay nice and lifted. So it's like my belly is coming towards the floor. My chest is coming towards the floor. If you are flexible enough to just drop down there and luxuriate in your pancake, do it. I might get there someday. I might not at this point. I don't really care. This feels really good right now. And like I said, when I first started doing this, I could not even bend forward the tiniest bit. So this is huge progress for me. It's only taken about 4 decades, you know, practice makes perfect. And let's inhale, exhale. See if you can just kind of relax those muscles in your legs, relax those muscles in your thighs, just a little bit of an extra release. And then inhale and exhale and walk yourself back up. Good. Let's go ahead and come into any seated position that feels good to you right now. We're going to take one arm and reach behind. So if you want to do the fun yoga version of this, you reach one arm behind and then you try to reach up with your other hand and clasp fingers. If this does not feel good to you or is not possible for you, that's okay. Check out my other side. It ain't happening over there at all. I had surgery on this shoulder and it doesn't go this way like it used to. But this is fine. I'm just kind of keeping myself in position here and I'm feeling the stretch. Other people might want to grab the fabric of their shirt and use that to help them kind of pull into this position. Make sure you're staying nice and tall here. There's a tendency to, as you're doing this, start to fold forward. Don't. Just stay nice and tall, tummy tight. Switch position if you need to. Good, let's switch. Reaching the other arm over, hand up, wherever you can go there. You don't have to clasp. If it feels weird or pinchy and your shoulders, don't do it. Good, one more breath. Good, and release. And then let's go ahead, reach one arm forward and then pull across. Gently pull. I like to look over my shoulder as well here. And then release. And then other one reaching forward, across, gently pull. Good, release. And sit nice and tall here. And go ahead and inhale. And then exhale and drop your chin to your chest. You're still staying nice and tall. Shoulders down away from the ears. Back stays straight. It's just the chin dropping. We're going to inhale here. And then exhale. And let your ear fall over to your shoulder. I don't care which side. We're still nice and tall. Shoulders are down. The head is just dropping. From here, if you'd like, you can reach your other arm out and flex the wrist, or I like to tuck it behind my back here. Some people like to put their hand on their head as well and create a little weight. You don't push, you just put your hand there and let the weight open your neck a little more. It's completely not necessary. Just do it if you like it. And now we're going to inhale, and then exhale. We're going to turn the chin so we're looking behind. Inhale. Exhale, back ear to shoulder. Drop the arm. Both arms come to the lap. Inhale. Exhale, roll the head down. Inhale. Are you nice and tall? Are your shoulders down? Exhale, ear to other shoulder. And again, shoulders are down, posture is straight. You can reach this arm out, flex the wrist, or tuck behind the back. If you like putting that hand on your head, feel free to do so. And we're going to inhale, exhale, turn the chin, look behind that shoulder. Inhale, exhale, ear back to shoulder. Drop, arms down, inhale, exhale, roll your head down. If you would like here, you can clasp your hands, put them behind your head, inhale, and then exhale, bring your elbows together and just pull gently down, creating a little bit of length in the back of the neck.